I'm like literally freaking dreaming right now. Dreaming. Because what? Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, this is going to be a quick story time update about where I'm at in my life. Clearly you can tell from the title. I just don't even really know where to start, but let's just get into it. So, please excuse my voice. I feel like I sound really hoarse. I'm not sick. I just have like allergies and like mucus, and I just have like allergies. Excuse my voice. I actually already filmed this video too, but then I saw I could set up this background where you can see my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree even better. You're literally sitting on my cat stand that I just built not too long ago. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Okay. What had happened was, see sis, let me tell you what had happened. So, backstory, if you've watched my other videos, I became a travel nurse about a year ago. I went to California last year. This year, I did a local travel contract that just finished in August. This contract that I just completed really had me questioning, like, what the heck are you doing with your life? I'm not used to her being good, but she's being good for now, so let's see how long this lasts. Okay, basically, I was just sitting here trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life because I keep complaining about travel nursing, not travel nursing, just bedside nursing in general. I began to think about another career path, like what else would I do? But if you watched my last video, you would know that I just decided that I was gonna spend the whole year next year travel nursing. I was going to take all that money and use it to pay off my student debt, but that clearly ain't happening anymore. I got a contract offer. My friend Monica, who got me into travel nursing, we both got an offer to do a quick 3-week contract in Seattle, which started September 26th. I figured, like, what a great way to make a little bit more money before the year ends. I'll take the holidays off and start working really hard next year to pay off these loans. That ain't gonna happen, like I said. So what happened was, my period was supposed to come the week before I left. So I'm thinking in my mind, oh yeah, I won't even need to take any pads or tampons because... Hello? Hey.
I got a question. When you boil eggs, do they float on top of the water?
Not typically.
I know. These eggs I got, they floating on top of the water. What that mean? Ain't nothing in there. I'm like, what the world? I've never known that to be happening.
It means that the eggs are older, but they are safe to use.
Oh, okay. Right.
We'll probably be...
Your friends.
Yeah, but we should be there by 4, no later than 4:30.
Okay.
Now my mother-in-law calling me, asking me about eggs, but also she was asking me when I'm coming because gender reveal will be at her place in like a little room they have in her building, which is really nice. Anyways, was not gonna have to take any pads or tampons to Seattle. I was like, yeah, that's lit. Don't gotta worry about that. But then the days kept going by. I'm preparing to go, and my period is pretty regular. It could be 2 or 3 days later than what the calendar says, whatever. But then I don't know, just symptoms wasn't adding up. A to Z wasn't adding up. Every woman knows, you know your body. Like, I just felt like I usually get cramps the week before. I know how I feel the week before my period or when my period's about to start. I wasn't getting any of those vibes. Like, the vibes weren't there. The period vibes weren't there. But I kept ignoring it because, you know, every once in a while your body likes to act up. So I ignored it up until the 4th day of my missed period, which was 2 days before I was supposed to leave. And I finally was just like, you know what? I got extra tests. Let me just take a test. My period still hasn't started yet. Let me just take a test. And let me tell you, I really hope I just can't read or something because, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. God is playing a trick on me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, God. What are you doing? Oh my God. I don't even know who to tell. I'm like literally freaking dreaming right now. I'm literally dreaming because what? Because what? How do I even tell Duvall that? How do I tell him that he's sleeping? He's literally asleep on the couch. Like, who the fuck? where do I go? Like, what do I do right now? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. What's happening? I'm sorry, I look crazy. When I tell you that I'm literally shaking, and I'm that person that like smiles when I'm nervous and scared, but like I need to record this at this point because I'm literally not gonna remember this moment at all. And I know tonight, like, I'm probably gonna cry because what is happening? I'm literally only 4 days late for my period, and that happens all the time. I've been up to 5, 6, 7 days late, and I've been late before. I've been late before. Jesus. Today I just was like, you know what? I keep feeling like the period, like I always feel period cramps before my period starts, like I always do. But this time I was just kind of like, you know what? Let me just take it. I always stupidly take a test and it never comes out positive. That first plus sign positive came out so fast. It was like the second I sat it down flat positive. Oh my God. I'll catch up with y'all in a minute. As you can see, I lost my mind. Like, I was shaking. Like, I was just looking back at that clip. My voice was like shaking. I just didn't really know. Like, disbelief, okay? Denial, real denial. See, this is my fault because I'm filming on they cat stand. See, this is what I get for filming in they territory. Like, now this is what I get. Anyway, let me hurry up because I don't have much time. My friends will be here soon to plan the gender reveal. Please don't mind if I'm talking and then you see cat ears at the bottom. That cat ear at the bottom of the damn screen. But basically, like, I told my husband about it, and at the end of the day, we were so stuck. We were so in shock. But I decided to go on the trip anyways because it was just... I decided to go anyways because it was just 3 weeks, like I said. And then this, to me, kind of was like a sign. Like I said, I've been tired of bedside, and I've been needing a sense of surrendering. Like, every time you think you've surrendered to the Lord's plans and like you're being obedient, he always takes it up a notch. And that's exactly what he did this time. This is listening, Abigail, and you're about like this is not listening, this is listening. You're at about like right here. So like, I'ma just take it up here, and you gonna have to meet me like... God just, he did one with this one. I just feel like I've been having all these random plans to do whatever, whether it was buy a house, interest rates are crazy, people think you're in a recession. But then I'm thinking about my student loans all of a sudden, which is crazy how it works with student loans, because one minute you can pretend like it doesn't exist, and then the next minute, all of a sudden, you just have a change of perspective. And I feel like that's how anything could be with any new thing you acquire in your life, any new thing, any change in your life, any decision you make in your life, anything new, any change, you can all of a sudden care about something that's been lingering in the background that you never cared about before, or that you never thought would happen anytime soon. Like, I've always wanted to be a mom, but God was like, we're gonna do this sooner. I remember, like, I was looking back, I've always prayed about getting out of the student loan debt, but like, I never was really doing anything to make that happen. So anyways, like I said, moral of the story, I've been realizing I need to surrender to a different plan because I don't like bedside anyways. It makes me miserable. I thought that the plan was gonna still be for me to just hurry up and pay off these loans, make a lot of money, and then figure it out from there, buy a house, start a family, pick another career. But again, God was like, we're not doing that order, we're gonna do my order, his order. I've always like kind of had sprinkles and hints of doing school nursing, even though nursing is treacherous and those 12-hour shifts are crazy. Ugh. Nurses love to work their 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week. Nurses love having days in the week off as opposed to just your weekends off. Like, it's great to have that. It's always a weird concept, but a hard transition to think about. So I've always put off like having a 5-day-a-week kind of a job. I didn't really want to do it. But again, surrendering to a new plan is a lot less money, especially in the beginning. The one lesson I feel like God's been trying to teach me this whole year is that everything is not about the money. You can have more money. Like, I've clearly been making more money, but I've been mismanaging my money. Like, I haven't been saving properly. So I feel like this is the year where I really need to learn how to manage what I have, because it's people who have far less than me but are doing way more with what they have, and there's people who have way more than me that are living below their means, probably to where I am, and they're doing better with their money. So I just think I need to learn how to deal with what I have and be happy in the space that I have, and realize like money, it's not worth your peace of mind. You need to do what makes you happy. So even my sister's a teacher, but she switched school districts to take a pay cut, and I gave her advice years ago that she should do it. Like, I just had an impasse sis, money is not worth your peace of mind. Like, if you're tired of these crazy kids in this district driving you crazy, then go where you can enjoy going to work every day of life, and you'll be happier. Like, it's not worth that. And she took that advice. I said that bullshit in passing, and my sister is like 20 years older than me, and she gonna listen to my dumb ass. But she was happier. And then now I'm in that same boat, and I'm over here still chasing the money, not listening to my own advice. And my sister was like, yes, sis, I took your advice a couple years ago, and I'm way happier. So why are you not taking your own advice? I went anyways on the trip, and then I'll insert a clip about how emotional I was before I left, because it's crazy. Okay. Oh, can you not, Wendy, right now? Don't sniff the camera, because you're gonna make it fall. That was like fun all day. So basically, I'm pregnant. When you try to make plans, God is like, just kidding. This is the hardest, for me, like the hardest trust lesson, if that makes sense, because I feel like up until this moment, there's been everything that led up to, she's now like just gotta be on her scratching post. I feel like up until this moment, everything has led me to be in a situation where it appears to be the most inopportune time. But I just feel like this is one of those situations where God is like gonna shine, and he's really gonna shine and just show his glory at the end of this, and just show me ways like that I couldn't even imagine. You know, like I couldn't even imagine. Basically, the reason why I'm crying the most is because I found out I was pregnant 2 days before I'm supposed to go on like a travel nurse assignment. I hope I don't sound like too annoying trying to like talk. A year ago when I left to travel for the first time to California, I was super like emotional just being away regardless. Just being away from like my family up until this point was my husband and my cats mainly. But either way, for me, it really hit me until I'm like, wow, I'm about to be gone. I love being at home. It's almost like I just have to like be honest and like get it out, because it's so stupid. Like what I'm telling you is so stupid and it's not that serious, but I feel like people push this idea on you that like you have to be a hustler and a go-getter and make all that money and stuff. Like that's just not me. To be honest, all I want is enough money to pay off my student loans, buy a nice house, and have a car that's paid off, and just enough to pay the bills, pay the lights and gas and groceries. That's all I really care about. Like I like being home. So it's so crazy because like I have this confidence to go travel and do it. When this contract popped up, I just knew it was meant for me to do it, you know? But before I even found out I was pregnant, me and my friend that I'm traveling with, we had been looking for other contracts. This is why I'm saying when you say you're gonna make a plan and God laughs, like I just posted that vlog of me making a plan to pay off my student loan. I was planning on doing as much agency nursing as possible this next year to get out of debt. Like that's what I thought the plan was, and I, you know, felt peace with that plan. But I feel like even though God makes you have peace with the plan, it's still maybe just to take you in a different direction than you ever expected. When I realized like me and Monica ended up getting a contract offer earlier this week, and then we both at the same time for different reasons, as soon as that contract offer came in for another contract all the way in freaking California, for me it just wasn't worth it, because travel nursing is expensive. All the money that I would have earned in this quick 3 weeks, almost more than half of it would have gone to like moving to California. Either way, when that contract came in, I just felt overarching like I don't want to do this. Even though I felt like I should do it, it would give me a larger chunk of money to use to pay off some loans before interest rates kick back in next year. I just didn't want to do it. Either way, like I don't want to be away. Like I love being home. I just think it's a trend of people. That trend, I was late on the trend when I saw those videos of I don't have a passion. Overall, I just felt like it's not that I don't have a passion, but it's like, shoot, 50 years ago, being passionate about being a stay-at-home mom is what you should have been passionate about in the first place. That's what was expected of you. But now that you're smart and people expect you to like go to school and become more and do this and that, they expect that out of you. And what I wanted to reiterate from that clip, I feel like at the time when I recorded it, I was like all over the place with what I was saying. And I just kind of wanted to summarize the main reasons why I was so emotional. So of course, like I said, I just found out I was unexpectedly pregnant. It was like the looming doom of, you just said you wanted to pay off your loans. This is important. In my mind, when I got into the zone of that's what I want to do, I felt as though if I don't do it, it'll be crippling to me for the rest of my life, which I know it can and it has been for a lot of people. And that's not to say I don't know what will happen in the future. I just know all the glory is to God, and if it was meant to be for me to pay off all my loans next year, then I would be doing that. But that's not the plan that God had for me, so I'm not gonna sit here and worry and stress about it, because that is not what God tells you to do. Also, I feel like, as you can see from the clip, I talk a lot about the just wanting to say it out loud, that I just want to be at home. I just felt like I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be with my family. I remember seeing a lot of nurses who went on maternity leave and came back and were like so sad to be away from their kids, or just nurses in general, like struggling to be with their kids. And that's not even just nurses, that's everybody. But I just wasn't happy going to work. I wasn't really happy with my job. And then for that to take, and that's the sad part, you see that being what takes away nurses from their family, a job you don't even like. It's not anything that you're passionate about. It's just something you're doing and it makes you miserable. For a lot of nurses, that's not to say all of it, a lot of nurses or people in whatever career you're in. And I almost just felt this impending doom of people would look down on me, like, you clearly got into all this student debt, you went to school, you're successful, you had this successful career opportunity, you can go even further and become a nurse practitioner. Why aren't you gonna do that? You know, you want to just stay at home and do nothing. But compared to being a go-getter and going out there and chasing this money, that in my soul just doesn't feel like what I want to do. Not to say like, God, please bless me with an amazing career on whatever you want me to bless me with if I love it, whether it be YouTube or whatever else, but I just hated the feeling of me admitting I want to be a stay-at-home mom and saying that out loud and not have people judge me for it. Especially being in a crowd where I have a lot of friends who, nurses that are working really hard at their career and they work and hustlers and go-getters, and I'm just the one that's like, no, I'm that one lonely person on the path, taking my own path. I felt like this impending doom to admit that, for people to not look down on me for choosing that. I know I was just also scared, and the other big portion of it was I remembered how sad I was last year being away from my husband, from my cats, from my family, from my creature comforts, from my neighborhood, from just home in general, Chicago. I underestimated how emotional that would make me, even just for 3 weeks. Because last year when I went to California, I was really emotional the exact same way. That was for 2 whole months and it was really hard. I just underestimated it, how difficult for me personally it would be. So all that was hitting me at the same time, and mainly the shock of finding out that I was pregnant. Now what the hell are we gonna do? Because I still knew, okay, I'm working these 3 weeks, I don't have a career after this, what are we gonna do? So yeah, that's what was going on in that clip. So then now I went to Seattle. Like I said, you can see how my trip kind of was. It wasn't the greatest. Basically, I just got to Seattle. Really just feel numb right now. I say I'm like numb because I again realized, like, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Needless to say, this will be my last contract. I'm being really petty because I'm over here thinking like, man, is this shit even worth it? Like, I could pull the whole I just found out I'm pregnant card and I'm not feeling well, I need to go home. The way I'm feeling right now, I'm just like not into it. Whatever, I'll give you a quick like Airbnb tour, if that's what you want to call it. It's super small. So this is the front door, just a table here, and then there's like 2 couches. That couch seems like a little bit more small and not as comfortable. This is the door in which you see, and then there's just this 1 bedroom. That's it. And it is so crazy how they charge an arm and a leg for this. Excuse me. That's why like people get into the Airbnb business, because it's crazy. I'm not gonna go in that room. That's like a laundry room, like with the furnace and stuff. This is just like a double door closet. That's all. Nothing interesting here. Bathroom. Where is it at? Automatically turns the whole fan on. Just a stand-up shower. And then sink and toilet and whatnot, like nothing fancy. And like, granted, it is cheaper than like a hotel, but still it's like crazy that they charge you. It almost adds up to real rent when you stay here like long term. And this is a nice kitchen area though, I would say. Like, it's a decent amount of space. I don't know who typically puts a mirror in the kitchen, but yeah, you have your fridge and Just some nice little. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? What do I do with that shit? Oh my god. Oh my god. It is like the small spider is moving the big spider. Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. That big spider though. Oh shit. I don't even want to like touch it. So was that a sign that I'm supposed to pull the pregnancy card and just go home? Because if it was, can somebody tell me? Just let me know. I don't know if you could tell, but it looked like the little spider was trying to pick up the big spider. I don't know if he thought he was gonna eat a spider. I had never heard of a spider eating a spider before. So basically I'm supposed to book a flight out tomorrow, huh? And just go straight home? Is this what you tell me to do, God? I don't know if I didn't mention yet, it was a night shift. I've never worked nights. I worked PMs when I was a brand new nurse. I had the opportunity to do that, even though it sucked to only get one day off at a time. I work 5 days a week, every other weekend. If you do the math, there's no way you can get 2 days off in a row unless you are on your weekend. That's the only time. So it was difficult, but working nights, what? No, it's for me and my house, for me and my soul, my brain, my early bird. It doesn't work for me. I felt disgusting. Now that's not to say, I don't know if it was the pregnancy making me feel worse than what I would have if it was just nights, if I would have been able to just struggle through it. I don't know, because when I was there, I couldn't eat. I got to a point where I couldn't eat. I couldn't hold any food down. The smells were making me nauseous. My roommate, it lit some incense in the apartment or Airbnb, and it was over with from there. I wasn't able to hold any food down since. I would try to take food at night to work, and I just would eat one bite of it and feel sick to my stomach. So I don't know if I wasn't feeling that, would I have been able to handle it better? I don't know, because regardless, I felt extremely groggy, and even before I left, I was trying to work on staying up all night and kind of sleeping during the day. But for me, if I'm exhausted, yeah, I'll sleep at 8 a.m. but my brain is going to wake up no later than 11:30, and I couldn't sleep past then. And then I would try to, I couldn't go back to sleep. I can't go to sleep at noon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like now it's time to go back to work because you got to be there at 7. So like it wasn't easy for me to sleep during the day. Like my brain just does not work that way. Even during the day, I'm that person who I have to have lights on in the house because my circadian rhythm is very much so based on lights during the day, dark at night. So yeah, I got there on a Saturday, left by Friday, only worked a couple shifts, and then I really wasn't able to hold down food. I felt sick to my stomach, and I was still again in shock that I was pregnant. And at the time, she didn't know. Monica, my travel companion, she did not know that I was pregnant, and I didn't tell her until I was leaving. And I told her that I was leaving because I was sick, because I was pregnant. That's when she found out. So she was in shock. She drove me to the airport, you know, came home. Ever since then, this pregnancy has been the most difficult thing of life. When I went to Seattle, I had the mindset of, oh yeah, I'm gonna be fine, no symptoms, whatever. But I wrote down all of my symptoms. I'm gonna try to remember everything I've gone through when I came home. The first thing was, I thought I was gonna have the hyperemesis gravidarum, I think is how you say it, where you are just throwing up. Like I was throwing up 4 to 5 times a day. Couldn't hold anything down. Couldn't hold down water. My urine was like tea color because I was not able to drink. I got to a point where I was maybe able to eat half of a meal by 5 p.m. but by 2 a.m. I started to feel it, and I was just feeling terrible and nauseous. So that happened. That stayed like that for about a week, maybe like 2 weeks. It got better the next week after that. I lost 8 pounds in a week. My family still didn't know at this point. They did notice a difference because my dad was like, "Ooh, girl, your skin. Are you doing something to your skincare routine? Like it looks different. Your skin looks great." And I was like, "Yeah, finally figured out my routine, Dad. Yep, that's it." And my mother-in-law was like, "Girl, did you lose weight? You losing weight?" I was like, "Yep, losing weight. Yep, that's it." So after that, I think the next big symptom is the sour taste in my mouth. Now, some people can have a metallic taste, or I'm pretty sure the other sour or something like that. I have the sour taste, and to me, I described it as if you were to eat yogurt and you don't you leave yogurt in your mouth for a long time and then don't brush your teeth, and you just constantly tasting the yogurt in your mouth. That's old and stale now because it's yogurt that's been sitting in your mouth. That's the other symptom. But it would make me want to eat to get rid of the taste in my mouth because it was so bad. I still have it right now. It's not as bad as it was before. Kind of getting used to it, but I don't want to get used to this shit because it's terrible. The other symptom that went along with that was the back pain. My back pain was terrible. And I'll insert like a little what Dr. Google says about that. It's all the hormones for me. My back, I've always had like lower back pain, but it was really bad. The hormones make you, like, they start to loosen up ligaments and muscles in your body, prepare for the baby, prepare for it to grow. My lower back wasn't having it. It still ain't having it, because now the other symptom I have is sciatic nerve pain, and I'll get into that. But with the back pain, what made it 10 times worse was the reason why my voice sounds like I have a frog in it is because I recently got diagnosed with post-nasal drip. I think this year I recently developed allergies, completely separate from me being pregnant. But when I went to the doctor when I was probably 2 weeks pregnant and didn't know it, he looked in the back of my throat. He was like, oh yeah, you have post-nasal drip. Like, I can see you have a lot of mucus. In the morning, every time I would blow my nose, it would be like a faucet running in the morning. I don't know why. Like, my nose, so much mucus coming out. Not sick at all. No other symptom. He told me start taking over-the-counter Flonase, fluticasone. It's a little nasal spray. It's supposed to help with allergies, and it's been helping. But I think all that mucus dripping in the back of my throat has been causing me now to like have kind of a hoarse voice. So that's why I sound like this. I say all that to say the allergies also cause me to sneeze and cough a lot. When I sneeze and cough, oh my God, my back was on fire. I'd be laying in the bed dying with the back pain. That went on for about a week or so, week or two, and then I overdid it. I felt better. I was cleaning too much around the house. I hurt my back again. Was down for the count. This was around like the end of October and the Halloween. I remember I had to miss like going to a haunted house I already paid for because I could barely walk. And then the back pain started to get better. I've been kind of having what I think is called round ligament pain. You feel your uterus stretching, but then I was also getting like, they said if you have one-sided cramps, go to the emergency room. I did. They said everything looked fine. I was having like really bad cramping, a little bit of bleeding. Was like, damn, am I miscarrying? That's crazy. But that pain I was experiencing the same time as my back pain. Could barely walk, could barely sit up. As my back started to feel better, that's when the sciatic nerve pain hit, sis. Oh my God. And that's what they actually told me when I went about 2 weeks ago to get my ultrasound done. They told me that, yeah, that sounds like sciatic nerve pain. Your back is cramping, my booty cheeks started cramping, and it would go down my hamstrings. But I just thought it was like the really bad back pain radiating. The back pain subsided, but now the sciatic nerve pain is just in my right butt cheek, and I'm limping everywhere. I'm kind of just dealing with that now. I'm pretty sure that's all of my symptoms. Also, sore breast, I've been experiencing that. The first symptom I had before I knew I was pregnant, I wasn't able to hold my pee. Like, all of a sudden I had to pee really bad. Didn't know why. And then that went away, and then now it's back. I've been literally pissing myself because I can't walk to the bathroom quick enough. And then you all of a sudden have this urgency to pee. I do not have UTI, had my urine checked 10,000 times, don't have UTI. And it doesn't burn to pee. It's not urinary tract infection symptoms. It's like these hormones that make you feel like you have to pee, and then they say your uterus is lower in the first trimester. So hopefully all these first trimester symptoms are coming to an end. I think that's pretty much like all of the symptoms. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm at 14 weeks now, I think. 14 weeks in a couple days. I'm actually supposed to have a gender reveal this Saturday. My friend who is here now, we are about 14 weeks and 4 days. We're actually about to go, like I said, to my mother-in-law's house to look at the room they have, to see if we can set up for a gender reveal there, because she's gonna be the one that knows the gender. I don't know the gender yet. I did like a blood test at the hospital where they check out like chromosomal abnormalities. They can also tell the gender from that, so that's how I know the gender. I don't know the gender, but it's in my lab results that she saw. So all that to say, God's plans are not our plans. His ways are not our ways. His timing is better than our timing, and I'm just here for the ride. So if you guys want to keep up with what's going on with me, follow my channels, like, share, subscribe, tell me what you want to see. Hopefully, if I feel cute enough that day, I'll record the gender reveal, because sis ain't been feeling good. This is like already the fupa I kind of already had, but it's getting a little rounder. Like, I can't suck it in anymore. It didn't used to be that round. Ugh. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Thank you guys for watching if you've watched this far, and I'll see you in my next video. It's not gonna be about paying off my student loans. I can pay that much. You can guess what it's gonna be about. Something about this damn baby. Bye, you guys.